Welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and we've got an exciting show for you this week. Now, if you've been following along with the bite on the Saginaw Bay for walleyes this winter, you know that lately it's been on fire. Well, I was able to head up there and hit the ice with one of the guys from Frank's Great Outdoors. We had a blast and caught a limit of fish in no time. You won't want to miss that. And Jimmy's got some other fun stuff for us this week, too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have a few more things on this week's show after we hit the bay for some walleye. We're going to do some fishing with some young anglers. Actually, my 8-year-old son and his buddy, we were able to get out on the water, and we're going to show you what you can do to keep kids on the ice a little bit longer. And then we're going to also learn more about the Pheasant initiative here in the state of Michigan. That's been going a few years now, so we'll get some more information on that. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
When the walleye bite is on here on Saginaw Bay, there's no better place to be. We'd been hearing fishing reports a couple of weeks back that said the bite was definitely on. So I called Andy Gorski to see if he had time to take me and the camera out to find him. Andy, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Real good. We're going fishing instead of going to work.
It's kind of work for some of us, right?
Yeah, we're, working a little bit.
Right. So Saginaw Bay?
Yep, right on Saginaw Bay. We're going to try and stick on the inside of the shove, look for that 6 to 12 foot of water, stay on some safe ice. That's where we like to be. Been hearing a few reports of some walleye and a few jumbo perch north of here, so we're going to try our luck and see what happens.
All right, cool. How far out do you think we're going to go?
Anywhere from a mile to 2.5.
We made our way out onto Wigwam Bay and found a spot in 8 feet of water that Andy thought he'd try first. He's always testing out some of the new gear they sell at Frank's, and today he had a brand new Eskimo auger. This unit runs on propane and uses the same little green propane canisters lots of us use in our portable heaters. Andy wasted no time getting things set up out here. I would have helped, but hey, I was running the camera. Unlike a lot of anglers out here on Saginaw Bay, Andy doesn't go to where the crowds are. He keeps his distance and typically fishes in the outlying areas and has pretty good luck. He has his system down. He had 3 holes in the ice, 2 that would be used for jigging. Today, Andy was jigging with some Swedish pimples and some of these JD spoons that Frank's adds their custom colors to. It was time to get some baits in the water. Andy, how do you like to fish for? We're after walleye, right?
We're after whatever bites, but mainly walleye. I usually run a live minnow on a bobber for one, and I jig 2.
Andy got the bobber setup going and was working the jigs. It didn't take long for something to notice his baits. Something's getting your bobber, unless it's the minnow. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. He's just, oh no, it's a walleye.
Something's on that, isn't it?
Not yet. They're down there, there's walleye down there. He didn't take it all the way. Yeah, I just seen him down there. Come on. There it goes, right there. There you go. There you go.
Just like that. All right.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Nice work, Andy. How long have we been fishing? Like 2 minutes?
Yeah, maybe 15. So I'm gonna hook fella. I better throw a tape on him.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hold still.
What we got?
Oh, we're definitely good. 16.
Oh, nice.
Hey, we're eating.
Cool. All right. That was nice. Good
Yeah.
sign.
We're definitely eating.
See that. Oh, yeah. Cool.
I don't want him to get, ouch. I don't want him to get away.
Where you want to put
I
him?
don't catch very many.
Yeah. Wow.
Hard to see down there. Oh, he's definitely down there. Holy smokes. Oh, yeah, there's something. Yeah, that's a nice fish. He's down at the bottom there looking at something. He's down there.
Electronics make it a lot more fun, don't they?
There we go, there we go.
Got him?
Nope.
All right. Yeah.
Hold still.
This is working out all right.
Things are happening. There we go.
Which one did you get him on?
Oh. Number 5 Swedish Pimple with a Captain Andy twist.
He's got splash marks all over my lens. All right. I know you want to get back down there.
We're in this inside ice inside a mile. We got 10 inches of solid ice here, and it's pretty good. It's been here a little while, so we're definitely all right here.
Cool. Are we doing better than you expected this morning?
Yeah, we got 2. I mean, it was a good start right away. Sometimes it starts all good. Sometimes you move a couple times, but I'm pretty happy. We got 2. We'll keep working. Maybe we'll get a couple more.
All right. How's business been this year with ice fishing? A lot of activity yet?
Yeah, pretty decent. People are excited to go. They're raring to go, and you know the biggest thing is just to be safe, proceed with caution when you're out here, because it's definitely changes every day. You know, if you're not out there all the time, or don't have connections to tell you what's going on, definitely proceed with caution or follow the main trail out, and you know, don't go alone. Those are, you know, 3 of the biggest things that I can stress. You know, flotation device is good. The suit I'm wearing actually floats. Don't really want to try it out. Never have. And don't intend to, but I'm glad that and there's a perch.
Ah, we got him. Not bad.
Nope.
All right. That's the one that was messing with your bait.
Yeah, we got him out of the way.
Well, the walleye quickly turned off, and as the morning wore on, the perch kept messing with Andy's minnows and became a little pesky. It was time for Plan B.
We're gonna pick up and try another spot. Seems to be a lot of little perch in here, so we're gonna move out a little deeper and see if we can't score a couple more walleyes. Try for the lunchtime bite. They might be hungry too.
Andy headed out a little further into the bay and found the edge of a little 14-foot hole where he'd had some luck earlier in the season. With some quick auger work, he was all set up and ready to go again in no time. In literally a few minutes, some hungry walleyes showed up.
Got my drag a little bit loose.
You found the walleye. Nice.
Come on out of there.
Getting a little bigger here. There's a few more down there too. I won't make you hold him up because we gotta get back down there. Good job, man.
He's nudging the minnow. He's trying to suck it in. He just sucked it in.
Oh, he did. He got it. He's got this one.
Let him suck it in. Get this out of the way.
That's cool. You can see him down
Did
there.
he suck the minnow in?
I can't tell.
No, he didn't.
I think he might have. You sure?
No.
Ah.
He's back over there now.
Where?
There's one. I just seen him swim over that way. Oh, I think he's got this minnow. Yep.
Oh, you got him.
Yep. Come on, honey. That's a nice one, too.
Yeah, that's that big one we were seeing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Look at that. Sweet. Nice. All right. This was really neat. The water was so clear today that even at 13.5 feet deep, we could see walleye checking out the baits down there. He's swimming in circle. Mm. Ah.
Definitely hooked though. Oh, that's a nice one too. Up here. There, out of the way. Look at that. Oh man, you know what? He's gonna get tangled up in that, I hope.
Let me grab it. Oh yeah, he is. He just
reel
did.
that. Well,
He already did.
oh, poo. Oh, I lost him.
Well, he was gonna have to go back anyway, but that was sweet.
He got too close. We stuck him good.
I got that one, the hookup on camera too. Well, we had some excitement with a foul hooked fish that did a self-release and got off the hook, but there were already more fish in the hole.
There we go.
You got him?
Sure is nice and good one. Oh, come on out of there.
Cool. Good deal. You're gonna have to let me fish pretty soon. You're almost at your limit now.
Actually, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
You have to teach me how to run the camera.
Well, this is a good problem to have. Andy just limited out. Andy, is this the first time you've ever run the camera for us?
Professionally. Or non-professionally.
It does happen once in a while when we're running with a slim crew out here. So I actually get to catch some of these walleyes, hopefully. It's still pretty early, so we're hoping to get another few before we head in. So I know the secret now. Andy taught me well. So we'll see if I taught him well on the camera. See how this goes.
Oh, yep, I can see him there.
Got him.
There you go.
You make this look easy, Andy. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Cool. Oh, yes. Saginaw Bay walleye. Right here. Sweet. Hang on, I gotta hold this thing up for the camera real quick. Oh, man. Look at that.
Perfect.
I think this might be the one you snagged before. Look at that.
Oh, I snagged him in the other end. I don't snag him in that end.
Look at that. Beautiful fish.
That's perfect.
This is so cool that you can actually see we're fishing in 13.5 feet of water, and you can see the fish coming in and looking at the bait. You can see them gulp it in and everything. It's really cool. This is a lot of fun. Got something here. Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Nice. Look at that. 2 for the camera lady. This is so much fun. I love it. I should do this for a living. Maybe you want to run the camera from now on?
I can give it a whirl.
I'll be the fisher lady. Cool. All right. Awesome. What a fun day. We ended up with Andy's limit of 5 plus a few perch and 3 walleyes for the camera lady. It's a good day on the bay, hey?
For sure. Beats working anytime.
If you have a chance this winter, be sure to hit Saginaw Bay for some world-class fishing right here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, as you can see, hitting the bay for walleye is a lot of fun. Now, one thing that I've been recently trying to do a little bit more of is take my kids with me ice fishing. Well, it's not always the easiest thing to do. With weather conditions being what they are, sometimes you can only get them out for an hour, maybe 2. Well, in this next story, we're going to show you a few tricks of the trade that you might want to try to keep your kids on the ice a little bit longer. One of my favorite guys to ice fish with is Keith Stanton. Now, Keith is primarily a pike guy, but when he said he had quite a few bluegills around, well, I rounded up my 8-year-old son Scout, his buddy Harrison, and his dad Matt DeYoung for a day of chasing gills. I was hoping that Keith and his ice fishing prowess would allow for the kids to stay on the ice longer, as he has all the toys that makes a day on the water that much better.
Keith, what's the plan of attack here today?
Well, the plan of attack today is to get these boys on some fish. This is a really good panfish hole. It's not very deep, and the water's been sort of clear. So the plan is we're going to cut a large hole, like the size we would if we were spearing.
Okay.
But we're going to let these boys go after the just plumes and plumes of panfish that are down in this hole.
Oh, nice.
And if we get lucky, maybe we'll get a bonus pike to swim through. And of course, we got them rigged up for those too if they decide they want to slide
Well, you are
through.
the pike killer.
Well, that's it. I'm a little out of my element here going after these
These little
smaller
fish.
yeah. But I think we're at the very least going to see, and we've just kind of drilled the starter hole, and we want to drop the underwater camera down just to make sure we're in the area we want to be. Come on around here, guys, check it out.
Now, because Keith is primarily a pike spearing nut, he has all the tools to locate fish and then quickly pop a spearing hole. Even though we were really here to panfish, I figured the big hole would give the kids something more to look at, and in turn, keep them interested longer, meaning more time on the ice. Also, Keith has this monster wide house ice shack, so all 5 of us could stay warm and have plenty of room. It's always good to have buddies that have all the right gear, isn't it? As it turns out, the water was a little murkier than we had hoped, but the underwater camera would end up being a big tool for us today.
Well, they're biting outside the shanty. I don't think there's much size to them, but by golly, we finally got fish on our hands. We've been watching several fish in the shanty come in and can't get them to bite, and by golly, I'm 5 feet away from the shanty, and he's not an eater, but we'll
First fish of the day.
First fish of the day. We need to get the hook in that guy, don't we?
Hey, Harrison, good job. So what's going on, Keith?
Well, we're fishing, and as the fish like to do to us, we're about 6 feet from where we originally set up the shanty, and I happen to come out here just kind of venture around with a pan fishing pole, and sure enough, 6 feet from the shanty, they're biting. So we're in the process of moving. We got the camera set up. Harrison was able to land a fish already, so a few minutes we're going to move all our gear 6 feet this way, and we should be into the fish. So, which I'm not complaining about. We found fish. So.
We were using teardrops and waxworms today, and to be honest, the hot bait was black and yellow with a little glitter in the black. Man, it was just on fire today.
Usually once he takes it in his mouth, wait just a second, wait,
Set.
now!
Pull, up.
You got him, dude, you got that one. He ain't coming off, yeah! There we go. Nice, man.
Good job. Good coaching.
Nice, here. Oh, man, I'll take it. Oh, here you go.
Set it. Oh.
Crappie, buddy.
Well, what I had hoped we would do in the spearing hole, which was have the kids actually see the fish, was working, just not through the spearing hole. The underwater camera pointed at the jigs. Well, that was the ticket. What would have been maybe an hour at best, maybe 2 on the ice, was stretched into 5 hours because we kept the kids engaged by getting them to see the fish. And of course, heat and a few fish helped as well.
Man, you got it.
Holy guys.
That's my 3rd fish today.
Was that your 3rd?
Yeah. Well, actually, my 4th.
Are we gonna keep any?
If they're big enough, but that one's small enough.
How's that one?
No.
Pull.
No. He swallowed
yeah.
There you go.
Well, they're not big, but they're coming. I have young kids, as does Keith. And as he is on the water all the time, I asked him, what can all of us do to help pass on the love of ice fishing?
Just go and experience it. Definitely don't plan on them lasting long, and if they do, then that's great. But keep it simple. The underwater camera is just a great tool to where even if you're not catching fish, they're at least entertained by looking at fish if you can find some. But the best advice I can give anybody is just take the kids and go. Get out on the ice.
Well, that may sound simple, but it's really not. I, like most of you, try to bring my kids along on my outdoor adventures as often as I can. But many times the conditions, well, they're just not right. Schedules don't work out, school stuff, sports. It makes it hard to find the time and the right conditions. Today was fairly cold for an 8-year-old. Had we been out sitting on a bucket, we maybe would have lasted an hour or so. But with the right stuff, the shack, a heater, the ability to bring a friend and some snacks, well, yeah, with all of that, we had the makings of a great trip. All stuff to consider when bringing the kids along. Ooh, a nice little double.
Shall we keep mine, Dad?
How big is it?
A little small. No, the key to keeping kids on the ice, we were just saying, is warm feet and a lot of snacks. So their feet are pretty warm and they've gone through all the snacks. So I think it's about time to call it a day, but we've had a good time.
A good time was had by all. We only had a handful of keepers, but 2 young kids had a great time ice fishing, and that was the most important part today. I'm sure we will chase pike with Keith later this winter, but thanks to him for sharing a morning with us here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Hi, I'm Jordan Brown, and we wrap up this week's show by taking a look at the Pheasant Restoration Initiative and also introducing a new co-op coordinator position designed to grow the number of deer and pheasant co-ops here in Michigan.
We're continuing to work on the Michigan Pheasant Restoration Initiative that we started about 4 or 5 years ago, and we've really been able to expand it by working with cooperators and partners to get habitat on the ground for pheasants and other species that utilize grasslands. And it's been excellent with the support that we've got from all the partners. We have these different co-ops, different pilot areas that we're looking at up into Thumb, and then central Michigan, and then down in southeast Michigan as well. And people have really turned out to show enthusiasm for managing their lands for wildlife in particular. But something that's going to move us forward with the Pheasant Initiative beyond the habitat on the ground is actually the hiring of a co-op coordinator that we've done with our partners that will help stress doing habitat for pheasants and habitat for deer, and then getting this done on a larger landscape basis. Neighbors, working together with neighbors to get activities done, really for the future of wildlife.
These co-ops are essential to putting more habitat on the ground, and growing both the number of people and the acres involved is exactly what this new co-op coordinator position is designed to help with.
My name is Anna Mitterling. I'm the new wildlife co-op coordinator out with Michigan United Conservation Clubs. It's a brand new position that's funded in part by Quality Deer Management Association, Pheasants Forever, and the Department of Natural Resources. So it's a really unique opportunity, just collaborating partners again, really important in the wildlife field. And what I'll be doing is working with landowners and existing co-ops. So what a co-op is when landowners decide they want to come together with a mutual purpose, whether it's managing for deer harvest or pheasant harvest or just looking at habitat management. There's a whole broad spectrum on what that could mean, but it's people coming together with a single focus on a single landscape. Part of my background was looking at deer cooperatives, and one of the things I found is that deer cooperatives have a very high satisfaction level compared to the typical private land hunter. And so another benefit of these groups is seeing the satisfaction of just being part of a community and being able to engage in dialogue and conversations and just share the hunting experiences together. So if you're interested in starting a co-op, feel free to contact me. There's more information about this program on MUCC's website, which is mucc.org. Feel free to check us out and contact us if you need anything.
There are many partners involved in the Pheasant Initiative, but if you're in one of these pilot areas and you're wondering what programs your property may qualify for, the best way to get started is to contact your local Farm Bill biologist.
Your local district biologist can come out to your property free of charge and provide technical assistance to help you get your pheasant habitat project started. They are very adept at knowing all the programs that are available to you, whether it be through DNR, Farm Bill programs, local conservation organizations, or any type of programs the districts provide, and they can help you put together your habitat project and actually see through to getting your goals accomplished on the ground. We are here to support you, so you can contact any one of your local districts to find us in the 3 major areas. For example, what we can do when we come out to your property is we would take a look around. You could tour us on a total tour of your property, and we can kind of see what you have going on out there. We can see what your goals are first and foremost, and then we can find programs that work into the goals that you want to accomplish out there. So we are the tool that you can use to help find all the different programs available for cost share. So a lot of the programs have stricter requirements, and then some of them don't. So we would be the person that could help you find which programs would work best on your property.
Creating more habitat is the only way pheasant numbers will return to what they once were here in Michigan. And the Pheasant Initiative has made this process pretty simple. You can find more information online on the DNR's website.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online when you get a chance. You can do that a couple of different ways on our website at michiganoutofdoorstv.com or on our Facebook page at Michigan Out of Doors TV. Make sure you join the Facebook community. It's a lot of fun on there. You get to share your stories, hear some of our stories, and hear where we're headed next.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Lots of good stuff coming over the next few weeks here in Michigan Out of Doors. We're going to be out doing some predator hunting this week. We're also going to be doing, of course, lots of ice fishing. And we have a story coming up on how to pick out a good taxidermist, so lots of good stuff. And if you're a friend of ours on Facebook, or if you caught the show a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned our ice shanty competition. Well, what that is all about is we were hoping that you, the viewer, will take a picture of your ice shanty. The more unique, the better. Post it on our Facebook page, then we'll pick the top 3, and then we'll allow you, the viewer, to kind of pick what you think is the most unique ice shanty here in the state of Michigan. We've got kind of a cool prize package that goes with that, and that includes us coming to you, doing a story with you from your unique ice shanty. So, lots of good stuff coming over the next few weeks here in Michigan Out of Doors, and hey, if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including Outdoorama February 26th through March 1st at Novi's Suburban Showplace. The show features tackle, trips, boats, outfitters, wildlife encounters, and of course, Big Buck Night. That's Outdoorama in Novi February 26th through March 1st. Closed captioning is brought to you by Propane, Exceptional Energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbows.